Welcome back. You're watching live from Paris on France 24. I'm joined in the studio by James Creedon because it is time for Media Watch.
Good
Hello,
evening, Laura.
James. Good to see you. Good to have you back.
You.
Now, all of America's best-known Republicans are gathering in Tampa, Florida, despite the horrible weather. One notable exception, though, the ex-president George W. Bush. Why? Where is he?
I don't know where he
invited?
is. I don't know where.
NFI?
Maybe he's in his ranch in Texas. He's not there in any case. And Salon.com's headline is he is persona non grata at the GOP National Convention in Tampa, Florida. It's a case of where's Wally in a way, where is W? He ain't there. And Salon says there is nothing Republicans would rather the American people forget more than George W. Bush. And I suppose his record. What's interesting, though, is that Hurricane Isaac is kind of cruising in for the Gulf Coast down there, which might remind a lot of people of Hurricane Katrina, as Salon points out, and that might also remind them of how badly it was dealt with.
So just sweep that under the carpet, but it never happened.
And blow the hurricane back out to sea, because that's not a pleasant reminder.
It's the last thing you want. All right, now, they are bringing out the big guns tonight. Mitt Romney is trying to make himself more likeable, appear more human, more of a human being rather than a hard-nosed businessman. And for that, we'll see the lovely Mrs. Anne Romney. She'll be taking the stage. She's got 5 children, I think.
That's right.
Busy woman.
All of the headlines are talking about how she's going to humanise.
She's going to humanise him.
What is he not a human? That headline would seem to suggest that he isn't a human up to now. But I think we get what they're going for here. It's a behind-the-scenes look at Mitt Romney's life. We might be getting sentences such as the one she delivered to various rolling news channels over the weekend about him curling up in bed with her. So she's going to take the public, I think, possibly even into their bed.
Oh, goodness me.
That's right. So, the thing is, the whole idea is
hear about his pyjamas and
the tough times she went through in the past, illness, etc., and how he was very much there for her. So that's the idea. We're going to be getting his tender side. We're going to be getting his human side. So
from a European perspective, it's bizarre, isn't it? Can you imagine that happening? In the UK or here in France,
you wouldn't be getting.
They have Twitter, don't they?
That's right, and perhaps we'd have got a preview of Valerie if she had been, I suppose, warming up the conventions for François Hollande. But the idea is he's seen as a little bit of a very distant from the middle classes.
But Michelle Obama did the same thing at the Democratic Convention, didn't she?
So I suppose we're going to get a little.
If you've got a nice wife, wheel her out,
roll her out,
for the
public.
Can't do you any harm.
That's it. Just a couple of other details on this, right? On Twitter, etc. You have, what more divisive event can you have than a national convention for a party? You get all the liberal lefties, getting the big, critical of the right wing. So here you have Ellen Barkin, quite a well-known actress, saying that every pro-life, xenophobic, gay-bashing SOB at the Republican National Convention, she hopes that the hurricane will kill them. Now that's a little bit excessive.
Bit harsh,
she retweeted that, so to be fair to her, it wasn't something that she scripted herself, but she retweeted it without any conditions. You also have people likening the hurricane to a uterus, I suppose.
There's always one.
Thought you might like that one. This is the whole, the whole, I suppose, pro-life, anti-life debate, feminism, anti-feminism, etc., etc. Now, coming back to Hurricane Isaac, Isaac's decided to honour the Republican National Convention by slamming into New Orleans, reminding us all of legendary GOP fail Katrina. That's what I was saying earlier. That's been retweeted quite a lot, so people obviously thinking that is going to jog memories in a not so positive way for Republicans.
All right, so we've talked about Anne Romney. Now some very different women will be also getting ready for business, should we say, in Tampa, Florida.
Let's roll these pictures. This is Agence France Presse. They went to interview strippers in Tampa.
One for the boys, there you go.
That's right. It is actually known for its dozens of strip clubs. And here you have Lisa Ann, who is a Sarah Palin.
Looks a bit like Sarah Palin.
That's right, well spotted.
She's supposed to be Sarah
But she's
Palin
actually a porn star. And so she's been doing that gig since 2008, and she's going to be down in Tampa. This guy here is the owner of a strip club, and he's going to show people the presidential suite, which will be rented out at $500 for a half hour of use. And there you go. And here you have a VIP tent entrance, right? So the idea here is you can zip up in your VIP car, and then they pull back the curtains so no one can see who you are as an important person going straight into the VIP lounge of a strip club.
Is Dominic Strauss-Kahn in town? Or?
He's probably not. I'd say he's under lock and key at this stage.
He allegedly has a penchant for those kind of ladies.
I think he might have. He definitely might have.
Now, another one who I don't know where to start.
This is it.
He too. You've done it very well for me. He also should be hiding behind a curtain.
That's right.
Prince Harry. Those photos.
No Harrys at the VIP
Not
lounge
for
for
the
Harry,
faint-hearted.
unfortunately.
No.
Now, look, last week was dominated in many senses in the news by those photos that came out, and originally on TMZ or TMZ, whatever side of the Atlantic you're on. These are the photos. They went around
And
the
it's
world.
definitely him, isn't it? Can we say that now?
It is definitely him. The Sun even went from
It could
page
be
with it.
you, James, to be honest.
Well, that shows how blurry it is because I don't think we look that alike.
It's not James Creedon.
Right. I wasn't in a Vegas hotel room, I promise. Now, to prove it, there's going to be a video, right? So that'll prove that it wasn't me.
Oh, dear.
We can't say this for sure, but this is radaronline.com. According to their sources, there is a video, and it shows stuff that's pretty shocking. Of course, they would say that. The content shown in the video is far from tame, according to the source. A lot went on in that hotel room that night. So
Maybe
look,
it was a hot room. It was a hot night, and he was giving some pool lessons.
There was no aircon. Who knows?
There's no aircon.
I think you're being charitable. but-
People are so judgmental. I think we've got very quickly just to mention the last story about support for him on Facebook.
That's right. Well, he did actually close down his Facebook page. I suppose trying to keep a low profile, that probably won't work. But now you've got people saying, support Prince Harry with a naked salute, right? Now, I'll do, the Daily Mail has lifted some of the more, I suppose, presentable photos. I'm not sure how presentable that is. But you've got a lot of troops actually out there posting naked photos to this webpage in support of the naked Prince.
All right. Very saucy media watch tonight, James.
Right.
Woo,
Sorry about that.
X-rated. X-rated indeed. All right, thank you very much indeed. All right,
Take
it's
care.
time now for web news, including songs from a cell in Mexico. French national Florence Cassé serving out a 60-year sentence on charges of kidnapping, and a French rock band has taken up her flight. Have a look, it's web news.